Hello everybody, this is Rollo with Winterbrose, and in this video demonstration we're going to show you the simplicity and power of our Swatch-Maker application for Windows. Before we pull up the actual application to demonstrate it, we're going to show you a couple things made that we contract with Alexa Sears, an artist, to create for our cover page on the box, and a couple demos. Here's the first one. You can see here she's demonstrating. She used NAS Studio to create these, by the way. You can see on the left she's got these little swatches on the on this dress and on the purse and down here on the shoes. And then she used Swatch-Maker to create them into a full-sized pattern to apply to the actual dress itself, to the purse. You can see it over here, and then over here to the shoes. So this kind of shows the how powerful just a quick just getting a free or even paid for seamless textures online can be used. We'll go ahead and show you a couple other ones that she did. Here's the second one that she created. We got a couple more we'll go through here for you, just so you can see the different variety of colors, how you can mix and match and do a wide range and variety of coloring and textures. The Swatch-Maker application is very awesome for this. It also will save you time and trouble later on, because within the application you can actually see what's going on. So now we'll go ahead and go over to the application. We'll show you how that works. When you first launch the application, it is a free application. You just have to read and click the accept button for this user agreement here. If you don't like it, just click exit and you can leave. We've got a couple links on here to view some of our other products on our page, and if you like our what we create, you can subscribe to our newsletter. So we'll just go ahead and click the accept button, and that'll start the Swatch-Maker application. So what we're going to do, we're going to need some actual seamless texture materials to play around here and show you that how easy and powerful this can be all at once. You can easily do this stuff in Photoshop or the GIMP using bucket fill, but then you have to load your patterns in a particular location, then you got to load them in, and then if you don't like it, with the Swatch-Maker application, you can load the seamless texture, look at it right away with different sizes, and you can see how it looks. Now you may create your own textures to use in your applications, whether it be 3D modeling, artwork, or whatever, but there's a lot of resources on the web for commercial use and personal use textures that are seamless already. Here's one site, Max Textures, which is seems to have a lot of good things available. When you go to the site here, it's md3d.co.uk. It's a really nice site. We think you should peruse through it, and if you use anything on the site, there are some donation buttons throughout the site. Please support the site so that the kind of stuff that is provided here will remain available for other people. So when you get here, if you click this maxtextures.com, it'll take you over to this next page, and down in here you got all kinds of choices if you want. And there's that donate button we was talking about. So we've already gone over to the seamless fabric textures here, and we're going to demonstrate really quick some of the power. So we went through here, and we're going to show you something first that you may not notice. So we're looking at this texture right here. Oops, excuse me. So we're going to right click this texture right here and do the save link as, and we can actually let's go ahead and just click the texture and show you. It shows it in the window here, and we can do the save as from there if we like, or you can do it from the other one as it's saving the link. So let's go ahead and save really quick. We've got our folder under documents, and we'll go ahead and put that in there. We're going to go back because we're going to pull some other ones later on. So we're going to return here to the Swatch-Maker application. The first time you use it, there it is. It's going to open in the documents folder, and we already set it to Swatch-Maker. Normally it opens up in the root. So there's that wool we just did. We'll open that up really quick. Now, depending on the size of the texture file, it might take a little longer to load. Okay, you can see we've loaded in here the actual original texture. It said it was seamless at the website for horizontal and vertical. I don't know if you caught that, but it does show on that website those ones. So it says here the size of the original texture is 1024 by 1024. So we're going to go ahead and upsize it a little bit. We'll go first to 2048 by 2048. Then we'll jump it up again. and now we're at 4096 by 4096. So what you can see now that you probably didn't pay attention to in the first, you can see these little bands of color. that are going across here. And then if you go back and look at the original texture here on the left, you can kind of see those darkened areas. So this way, before you waste all the time to create a new pattern and put it into whatever your application can use it for, you can see right away that you may or may not want to accept that. You say, that's not good, or it may not be visible. So this gives you the choice right away before you actually create the swatch. But we're going to load some other ones really quick. So we'll return to the website, and we will look down here. They got this fabric, and of course it says it's can tile horizontally and vertically. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and just save link as. We'll get that file really quick, and we'll go back to our application, and we will load it in. There it is, cloth crinkled. And like I said, sometimes it takes a little longer to load depending on the size of the file. A really good texture file might be quite big, and there it is. So now initially it said it will tile horizontally and vertically, but if we go ahead and you see it's 1024 by itself. So if we up it to 4096, you can look in here and you see it kind of does tile, but it doesn't look like a natural, maybe a sheet or a crinkled linen cloth. So you can see how this might have saved you some time later on if you downloaded it, used it to Photoshop as a GIMP to try to make your pattern fill, and said, oh, that doesn't work for me. So this gives you a quick rundown of how you can do that. We'll go ahead and look at some real quick brick textures we're going to download. So we'll go over here to the, we got these seamless brick patterns. And it's the same thing here. Sometimes it's quite obvious. You can see this white in here. You know that's going to be a kind of a replicated pattern. But on sometimes you're not sure. So we'll look at this one over here. We'll go ahead and download this brick texture. And then we'll see what that's going to look like. Okay, we're going to load it in here. It might take a second, so we're going to pause and we'll come right back. Okay, initially you can see there's the original texture loaded in. We'll upsize it a little bit, and it looks pretty darn good on here. It's replicated. You don't see no obvious color bands or any lines, so you would know that would be a great texture to put on a building or something like that. So as you can see, Swatch-Maker is going to make your life a lot easier. It's going to make things run a lot smoother, and you're going to be able to quickly test seamless textures for whatever your use is going to be. That concludes our demonstration of the Swatch-Maker application. We hope this piqued your interest. You might find some use for it. It is a free application. If you look in the text below on YouTube here, you will see our the link to the product page for that product, so you can download it directly. We hope you enjoyed this and have a great day.